Their goal is to pay off debt. Let's look at doing velocity banking with these credit cards. Their monthly income is $9,916 and their total monthly expenses are $10,673. We can tell they're going to be negative for the month, but by how much? It's actually $757. This daycare expense is going to go away next month, so that's going to be added back in the budget, which will put them back into the positive. And this is definitely going to be helpful to get those credit cards paid off. Now, if we look at cutting spending, the easiest places to cut from are our food budget and then our miscellaneous spending. I think their numbers are pretty accurate, but they need to make sure they're sticking to these numbers here and they're not going over. It looks like none of these loans will be paid off soon, possibly the Klarna, but we're not sure. And they have $200 going into savings. Now let's look at doing the velocity banking with the credit cards. We take the income of $9,916. Then we go through and find all of their cash expenses, which are anything that has to be paid directly out of your bank account. These would be things like savings, loans, and mortgages. The total for their cash expenses is $4,139, which leaves $5,777 that they can pay to the credit cards, and that satisfies those minimum payments. Remember, with cash expenses, as soon as you get paid, you want to go in and pay those. That way you're safe to put everything else towards your credit cards. But do make sure that you pay those cash expenses first. Now, there's going to be interest charges on the credit cards even after the payment, so let's say that's $800 for their totals. Now we freed up $4,977 that we can still use on the credit cards, which is where the rest of these bills are going to go. As far as which credit card you're going to use, it's pretty easy to plan for your normal monthly expenses because those payment amounts usually stay the same. Where people get thrown off with their spending on their cards is their food, their gas, and their miscellaneous spending, so be careful of that. So in this case, the total that we're spending back on the cards, if we stick to the budget, is $3,257. This would mean their credit card balances will go down $1,720 per month, so you can see that'll start paying things off very fast. So by doing this, we learn to use credit cards responsibly. We're going to save some money in interest. We earn rewards points when we're using the credit cards for our spending. And remember, we're paying a large chunk of money to the credit cards, so our credit card balances are going to report lower, which is what helps our credit score.